Sorry about that. All right. Now we can be happy. Coffee is in hand. All is good. Hey, thanks for joining. I appreciate all you guys jumping on. Let me ask a couple of favors right from the jump. Just let me know. Hey, thank you for the likes. That was awesome. So that was actually going to be one of my requests. Double tap that screen as many times as you want to and throw some likes this way so we can actually let TikTok know that we're communicating back and forth. And let's see, who was that? I missed it. It's lost in the scroll, but thank you for the likes. Just pound your screen a little bit. Let me have some more and tell me where you're joining from. I want to know what state you guys are from. Just so we start connecting. I love it when I see who the first state to go ahead and shout out where they're from is. Trying to think yesterday, I think it was Texas yesterday that beat everybody to the punch. I don't remember, but let me know where you guys are coming in from. Just throw your state out there. Let me know, or if you're outside the U.S., let me know what country you're coming in from. I am in Washington State. And I've actually lived all up and down the West Coast, but Washington State for the majority of my life. My wife and I have been here for, probably close to 30 years now. So I'm Washington State. Where are you guys coming in from? What part of the country? Most of you are U.S. That's where most of my audience is from. But if you're outside the U.S., let me know what country you're coming in from. But just pop out there. Where are you coming in from? What state? Come on, someone can be first and just give me a state that you're jumping in from. It's the really cool and really fascinating thing about the TikTok business model. And that's what I call it. It's my business model. TikTok is Jersey. All right, Ron, thanks for jumping in. So I appreciate that. More of you, come on, go ahead and tell us where you're coming in from. Do we have any other Northeast folks out there with Ron, or anybody out here on the West Coast with me? Let me know. Just pop in what state you're joining from. It is the really fascinating thing about running a business on a social media platform, and for me, TikTok in particular. The TikTok user base or customer base, whatever you want to call it, is worldwide. It's 1 billion people. There's 1 billion people that have accounts with TikTok. So my daily interaction with people when I do these lives or when I'm doing content can be people all over the world, just as easily as it could be somebody right here, practically next door to me in my own state, right here in Washington State. And so that's what I love. It's interesting to see where folks are from, because I get people from absolutely all over the place. What? Come on. What is with that? Hold on just a second. We're going to do a little TikTok maintenance here. Just a second. Sorry, folks. All right. There we go. Okay, sorry. So, let's see if I missed anybody in the scroll here. So let me know where you guys are coming from. Again, we had Ron in Jersey announced, so let me know if anybody else is open to just throwing out what state you're jumping in from. I would appreciate it. And double tap that screen and give me some likes so we can actually grow this audience a little bit more. I would appreciate it if you would. Just all you have to do is just double tap. It's super easy. So the thing I want to talk to you about today, I want to give you guys hope. And it's the hope that I found. My life has taken a radical turn in the last, this earlier this year is when things really changed for me. I was a 30-year corporate America guy, a little over 3 decades in corporate America. And the last 15 years of it, all one company. And so, I really thought my path was set. I thought I knew what was going on for my future. And little did I know, right in the middle of COVID, my entire team across the country got let go in a 5-minute conference call. We were all part of a team meeting. There's about 50 of us across the country. All of us got let go in a 5-minute conference call. So literally it was a Tuesday morning, Monday evening, life was fine. In the office on a call Tuesday morning, 5 minutes into that phone call, all of us had been let go. They just a budget cut. In the middle of COVID, economic slowdown, all of those, whatever, excuses. So it was really unsettling. At that point, I'm a 52-year-old guy. I've only ever done that sort of that 9-to-5 corporate world. I didn't have a plan B, really. As it turned out, my wife and I really did have a plan B, and I'll get to that in just a second. But I just, it's super unsettling, and it's embarrassing, frankly, to come home and walk in and tell my wife, hey, I just got fired, Not the conversation you want to have. And especially as a 50-something guy where corporate America isn't going to welcome you back with open arms because they can hire the 20-something for, half the pay. Now, they don't get all of the experience, but they get half the pay, and that's their goal, cut expenses. So I learned very quickly, my job does not care about me. My boss doesn't care about me. They don't care about my dreams, my goals, my mortgage payment, my credit card payments, my inadequate retirement fund. They don't care. I was gone. All of us were just gone. So came home, talked to my wife, and we actually, we made a decision pretty much on the spot. So at that point, we had been doing some selling on the Amazon platform, very, very small scale. Nothing that I would consider income producing level activity. It was more for, once every few months, weekend vacation or weekend getaway to the beach, that kind of stuff. Nothing serious. But we had been doing it for several years, so we at least knew what we were doing. We kind of understood the Amazon process and routine and all of that. So we just decided to go ahead and jump in with both feet and say, that's what we're going to do. Now notice I said we decided that we were going to jump in. So my wife was at that point, and she had been a stay-at-home mom for the entirety of raising our kids. So at that point, both boys were in college, so they were kind of out of the house, in and out, home spring break, home Christmas, home summers, those sorts of things. But for the 20 years of their life that we raised them, she was a stay-at-home mom. Well, now she was kind of forced into a job that she didn't ask for. I got fired, she got a job. That wasn't the goal. So we ran full steam ahead, decided that's what we're going to do to earn our living. And if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. So we jumped in, we went full bore at it, and we did well. It worked out fine for us. We grew our income to match what I was making in corporate America. So, all was good on the income front. But what really happened is earlier this year, both boys are kind of officially out of the house now. One is still wrapping up college. The other is done with school and off on his own. And we became official empty nesters. And, we sat down one day and it was like, what are we doing? We have to have an income. There's no question about that. The mortgage, the credit cards, we want to help our boys pay their student loan debt, and a sadly inadequate retirement fund amount. All of those things dictate that we have to have an income. There's just no two ways around that. But we sat down and we were talking about this, and I was like, the problem is here we are in our empty nest years. We should be enjoying, I call it pre-retirement. It's our pre-retirement years. We're definitely not to the stage of retiring, economically or just desire-wise. It's not where we want to be. But we're in pre-retirement. The kids are gone and it's just us now. And we were talking and it's like, we spend every waking hour running this Amazon business. We don't have time to enjoy each other. And it's like, I mean, seriously. So I was in the corporate America world. I would commute about an hour in, and then it's like 9 hours in the office, and commute an hour home. So it's 11-hour day. Come home, and that was it. You kind of left work behind you for the most part. Amazon is a completely different thing. And I don't know if any of you have experience in the Amazon space or just online selling, eBay, Etsy, Shopify, any of that. Pop a 1 into the comments. I think you will recognize and relate to what I'm about to say. In the Amazon space, Amazon never shuts down. So you don't ever pop over to Amazon.com at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday and get a message that says, hey, sorry, we're closed right now. Come back at 9 a.m. when we're open. Amazon never closes. And when you operate your business on a platform that never closes, and it's a physical inventory business like that, well, you never close. So you are constantly, literally, not that you have to deal with a customer question at 2 o'clock in the morning, but customer questions can come in all hours of the day. Return information, just everything. You're on a platform that never closes, so you never close. And in order to earn your income in that business, you have got to constantly be sending inventory in. If you're not sending inventory into Amazon to have on their shelves to sell to their customers, you're not making money. That's just the long and the short of it. So it is constantly a grind around the clock. So my wife and I, between us, we're working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, not each, but between us. So, a typical day, I'm spending 6 to 8 or maybe more hours getting inventory, doing all of that kind of stuff, online, in person, in warehouses, talking, making arrangements, doing all of that stuff. 6 to 8 hours a day. My wife, 2 to 3 hours a day, typically, prepping, doing, it's bookkeeping and accounting and just all of the things, everything. So it's easily 8, 10, 12 hours a day between the two of us, almost every day. And it's like you step back from that and you're so exhausted, you don't have time to enjoy life. You don't have time for anything else. And so again, we hit that empty nest stage and again, what I call pre-retirement, and we didn't have time for each other. And my wife, hands down, there's no question about it, is my best friend. The two of us love doing things together. We've been married for, 8, so it'll be 36 years later this year. Had to do math in my head there. We love doing things together. Love it. But we didn't have time to do anything together. All we did together was work. And so it became very frustrating, and we decided we needed to make a change. And so ultimately, the change that I made, and I found this sort of randomly through a friend of ours who made a post on Facebook about what he was doing, and it's digital marketing. Now, the reason it's random, and I say it that way, he posted on Facebook about it. I don't have a Facebook account. My wife does, and she had left her phone on the counter one morning, and I saw a message pop up on the screen from a friend, and I didn't, I don't really pay attention to it, but I just noticed who it was from. And so I asked her later, I said, what was our friend talking about? And she said, oh, he's got some new business thing he's doing. So I sent him a text and started chatting. And essentially, I started kicking the tires on an interesting idea, but one that I didn't really buy into. Because my life to this point has been 11 hours, 12 hours a day in corporate America. And then after corporate America kicked me to the curb, 11, 12-hour days in the Amazon space. So my vision of how earning an income works is based on that. You've got to work, 8, 9, 10 hours a day to earn your income. Those are the rules. I didn't make them, I just have to abide by them. That's the rules, right? Well, I didn't. So when I'm talking to my friend and he's talking about this 2-hour workday to earn your income, I'm pretty skeptical. And I don't, it's not that I didn't believe it, but I was like, I can't replace my income, let alone grow it larger in a 2-hour workday. It's just not feasible. And so I continued to kind of kick the tires with him and look into it and dive deeper and all of that. And I did that for far too long in hindsight. I wish I'd jumped in sooner. I didn't. But so over the course of many, 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 many weeks, I eventually figured out what the secret sauce is to this whole 2-hour workday. And it's really about automations. And it's about the fact that you do business here on TikTok. One of the hands down best automations that's built into this process is TikTok and the For You page. So it's folks like you. You're coming into my live right now because I showed up in the For You kind of information, a live on your For You page. And the reason that I land on your For You page, or the videos that I create land on your For You page, is probably not because you're following me. I would guess most of you do not follow me. I would love it if you did, by the way. Just pop up in here to my profile, give me a follow. And pound the screen for likes. Come on, just go ahead and jump in, tap the screen a couple of times, give me some love. So it's just so TikTok knows that we're engaging here. And tell me where you folks are from. What state are you guys jumping in from? I would love to know, just to get some interaction going here. But so TikTok knows the topics that I'm talking about in my lives, in my video content. TikTok knows what messages I'm sharing, the topics I'm sharing. TikTok also knows the kinds of things you guys are interested in based on what you're searching, based on what you're watching. How much time are you spending on videos about start your own online business, stay-at-home moms making money, make money on TikTok, side hustle, earn money online? Those kinds of topics are the things that you all are searching and watching videos on. And TikTok knows it. TikTok's algorithm then says, okay, these people are interested in what this guy is talking about. Let's throw his information over in front of them and see if they want to watch it. And that's my marketing. That's how I attract customers. So I don't have to spend hours a day finding customers. I don't have to DM people. I'm not going through this list of people as you guys scroll in through my my live here. I'm not making any notes about usernames so I can DM you later, because I don't have to. I don't DM people. I don't pick up the phone and call everybody in my contact list, every week. I don't bother friends and family. When I hit somebody up and say, hey, let's go down and watch the game and grab a beer, it's to actually watch the game and grab a beer. And the person that I'm meeting with knows that. They know that I'm not going to be hitting them up for my latest business idea or option or anything like that. I just want to have a beer and watch the game. And it's not because I don't want to talk about the business with them. I'm happy to talk about it with them if they want to. I just don't need to. My business happens here on TikTok. And TikTok puts my content in front of you guys. And there are 1 billion people on TikTok. So if just 1% of those people, let's say half of 1% of those people are interested in the topics I'm talking about, that's 5 million people. 5 million people. I couldn't begin to DM or call or meet with 5 million people. I get that every day on TikTok just by coming in here live and posting my content. I get access to that market. So that is the thing that takes out the bulk of my workday. So I get to focus on the part that I enjoy, and the part that's, truly fun is creating content and going live. So every day I spend a couple of hours, about an hour going live, somewhere between 45 and 60 minutes going live. And I spend 30 to 45 minutes creating videos, creating content to post on TikTok. So there's, an hour and a half, give or take, of my 2-hour day. The other 30 minutes is responding to people's emails. And primarily, if you go here, makingyourpath.com, TikTok doesn't let you put the .com on these stickers, but so makingyourpath.com, or up here in my profile, there is a link directly to the website. It takes you to the same place. It's just link here, or you have to type it in. If you go there, put your email address in, I will send you some email information. If you have questions, and then there's videos and lots of information on the website. If you've got questions, you'll respond to my email. That 30 minutes I was just talking about in my 2-hour day, I respond to emails. I respond to comments people make on my videos that are posted on my channel. And I also spend some time engaging in the online community of other people doing the same thing I'm doing, because I want to grow my business. I want to get better at what I'm doing. I want to grow from where I am right now, bigger and better in the future. So I spend about 30 minutes a day doing those things. So it's, an hour a day going live, 30 minutes a day creating content, and 30 minutes a day interacting with folks like you, interacting with folks in my community. That's my 2-hour day. And it works because TikTok is doing all the heavy lifting for me on the front end. And on the back end, the Legacy Builder program, the marketing system that I use, is all automated. So the email campaigns, the website, going through all the website details, taking you from one spot to the other, all of that, even to the point where if you ended up purchasing down the road a program, I don't have to get on the phone with you and take payment information. I don't have to get a secure website connection. I don't have to do anything. It's all automated. So TikTok is entirely automated on the front end. Legacy Builder is entirely automated on the back end. All I have to do every day is create content. That is my sole focus. So that's my sole focus every day, is just creating content and connecting with folks like you. So on Monday, and I do this Monday through Thursday. Actually, let me sidetrack here where I was headed. I go live Monday through Thursday. So that's, again, I said every day, but I don't go live every day. I go live Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. I don't go live on Fridays because I don't have to. And it's because I don't want to. So Friday mornings, my wife and I have claimed that time back for ourselves. We have a standing coffee date every Friday morning. So in the corporate world, you think it would have worked out well for me to go to my boss and say, hey, every Friday morning at 9 a.m., I'd like to go have coffee with my wife instead of work for a while. I'll only be gone a couple of hours. No. In the Amazon space, when I've got to attract I've got to find inventory every single day to have inventory and product to send in to sell. I could have absolutely taken a couple of hours off every Friday morning. But the problem is, in that space, if you stop getting inventory and getting it shipped into Amazon, your income takes a dip. There's no question about it. You're not sending in inventory, your income takes a hit. In this space, in the digital marketing world, I take a couple of hours off on Fridays. Well, I'm not really taking time off. TikTok is still putting my content, all of my videos, out on your For You page. It's still interacting on my behalf out with all of you, with those 5 million people out there that are interested in the topics I'm talking about. TikTok continues putting that information in front of them, even while I'm sitting having coffee with my wife. So we go every Friday morning, head out about 9, go to our favorite little local coffee shop here in town, and we connect. We just spend time with each other. We don't sit down there and, grab our phones and play games and stuff. We sit there and we connect. We make our plans. We talk about where we are, what we want to do, just plans. We connect. We just engage with each other. And it's fantastic. And we do that because Legacy Builder has given us that option. So now I still get my 2 hours of work in on Fridays. I just do it later in the day. Legacy Builder has given us that option. So now I still get my 2 hours of work in on Fridays. I just do it later in the day. Or maybe I've done a little bit of it early in the morning. Like actually, I just get up and I respond to all the emails first thing on a Friday morning. And then we go to coffee at 9, I come home a little later, and I get my content created. Maybe I go live in the afternoon, but I get my 2 hours of work done. I get my content, my marketing message taken care of. So I don't not work on Fridays. I just don't go live at 9:30 in the morning like I do Monday through Thursday. So, and that to me, that is worth the entire, that is what the program is about to me. It's time. It has given me control of my clock. That's the most important aspect of this. Now, income-wise, I am about right now where I was, 6 months ago. I have not grown this business to the point where I want to. We'll get there. That's what I'm working on. I've got to, all businesses start at 0 and grow. I'm just growing still. But 2 hours a day is the magic potion part for me. What I used to spend 10, 12 hours a day between me and my wife, what I used to do, I now do in 2 hours a day, me only. So my wife isn't engaged in this business at all because she doesn't need to be. I take care of this. I create the content. I go live. I respond to the emails. I've given her time back entirely. And for me, other than my 2 hours every day, my time is my own too. So it's a brilliant end result for us, even if we don't grow our income any more than where it is right now. Obviously, that's not the goal. The goal is to grow the income. We want one customer a day by the, it's what we're working on as a goal for the next 12 months. Right now, a couple of customers a week keeps us where our income is steady from where it was previously, but that's not our goal. Our goal is one customer a day. And you may say, that doesn't sound like much. Well, in the grand scheme of things, let me tell you, one customer a day, $325,000 a year directly to us. I mean, that's life-changing to me. I don't know about you, and it's 100% our income. It's not MLM, it's not network marketing, so I don't share this with anybody. I don't have people upline that I'm giving a portion of. There's no company that's taking a portion of it. I'm not recruiting people, down below me to take part of their sales. None of that. You are in business for yourself, and the funds are all yours. Now, of course, income taxes and all that. But what I'm saying is, like in the Amazon space, when somebody would buy a product from me, they actually paid Amazon. Amazon then took their fees, their portion, all of that, and sent me what was left over every 2 weeks, like a payday almost. That isn't how this works. When you get a customer that buys from you, it's 100% straight to you. Right, and you'll set up PayPal or whatever your payment mechanism is that your desire is, but it goes directly to your account, 100% to you. That's the brilliance here. There's no paying others. There's no fees that come out of that. It's all yours. But ultimately, so the goal, like I said, is to grow this business to one customer a day. And that's life-changing income for us. But what's life-changing right now, we got our time back. My wife and I, and if you go look at my content, go up here into my profile, scroll down through the videos, you will see it all over the videos. My wife and I get to date every Friday morning. We get to date. I get to take my wife out for a coffee date every Friday morning. And I've already established I'm a coffee guy. Just plain black coffee for me. She's a little bit more on the fancy side. But we get to go on a coffee date every Friday morning now. That's the life-changing part. So income, not that much different right now. But time, I have time to spend with my wife. And so I was talking about Monday through Thursdays, I do this live at 9:30 a.m. Pacific each day. On Monday, I talked a lot about the 2-hour workday, what it consists of. And I just hit on that a little bit just a few minutes ago. Yesterday, I talked about the topic of automations, which again, we talked a little bit about a few minutes ago, but I sort of did a deeper dive into automations. And the automations, like I was saying, is the reason that the 2-hour workday works. The 2-hour workday works because of automations. And today, I wanted to spend just a few minutes talking about the low cost of getting into this kind of business. Because it is an investment. You do make an investment in yourself. You're gonna buy a program. And I posted a video yesterday, I think. Again, if you go up here into my profile, I'd love it if you'd follow me. Give me a follow, but at least take a look at the videos. I posted a video that was maybe the day before. I don't remember. You'll see it. Just scroll a little bit. The title of it is something along the lines of Legacy Builder isn't a course, it's a program. And that matters. And it really, truly does matter. So I was looking at another digital marketing program recently. I'm going to call it a course, actually. And it was a little bit less expensive than Legacy Builder. And Legacy Builder, just let me tell you, the cost is less than what you've probably paid for a TV that's in your house right now. So it's not expensive. And it's an investment in your future. It's like paying for a college course. But it's not a course. It is an all-encompassing program. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But this other one that I was looking at is more a course. It was a little less expensive, but then as you start looking through it, everything was an add-on fee. So you had to pay for the email campaigns. You had to pay if you wanted to be part of the mentoring sessions. You had to pay for each of the individual digital products that you wanted to be able to resell. You had to pay for everything. So you got the course that kind of taught you the basics, but then in order to do any of it and actually make money doing it, you had to buy all of these other pieces. And as I looked at it, it's like the course or the pieces were anywhere from, I don't know, like $39 to like $79 or $89. And then the big pieces like the mentoring sessions and the email campaigns and that kind of stuff, it's like $150 here, $250 there. So pretty soon, you've spent serious money to start this business. With Legacy Builder, it doesn't work that way. You buy the program one time, you pay a $29 website fee after that. That's it. There's nothing else. You don't pay any monthly program fees. You don't buy any inventory. You don't have to purchase the program to resell it. Nothing. The mentoring sessions. So we have live interactive mentoring sessions every week with 6-figure, 7-figure sellers, mindset coaches. I mean, just all kinds of experts in their field to help you grow your business and help you get better at what you're doing. It's all with no cost. You just have to come in and connect, get involved in those calls, ask your questions. It's done through Zoom, live, interactive. We have daily training videos, no cost. You just every day, 5 minutes to 8 minutes, somewhere in that range, and it's all on a topic. You know, it'll be a series kind of a thing, where you a week at a time or 10 days at a time. It's all kind of in the same topic, but every day. 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes long training videos. And there are so many training materials online that you have complete access to, no cost. The email campaigns, no cost. Outside of the $29 one-time website fee, there's no cost to have the website set up. You know, the payment portals on the back end when people buy from you, no cost for that. So all of it's built in, one-time cost. So you don't have this big ongoing spend money to make money kind of program. And that was always my issue with Amazon. And it became more and more clear as my wife grew that business. If you wanted to grow that business, if you wanted to grow your income, in that business, you had to spend two things. You had to spend money and you had to spend time. There's no getting around that. You had to spend money to make money because you've got to buy more product. You've got to buy more supplies. You've got to spend more on shipping. You've got, everything. You had to spend money to make money in that business. And if you want to make more money, you had to, if you wanted to make more money, you had to spend more money. Just no way around that. And then the same thing is as you grow your business, more money, more problems, I guess, you had to spend more time. You had more time acquiring inventory, more time prepping inventory, more time shipping inventory, more customer questions, more customer returns. So you could absolutely scale that business up, the Amazon business, but you had to spend more time and you had to spend more money. And those were the exact two things I didn't want to do. So that's where Legacy Builder absolutely hit a home run for us. One-time investment, I didn't have monthly costs going forward, and I didn't have to spend more than 2 hours a day to get my income activity done. That was the brilliance of it for me. And like I said early on, I spent far too long kicking the tires. I wish right now, I wish that this had been available 15 years ago or 20 years ago. Obviously it wasn't. It is for you though. I don't know, if you're my age, great. It's not too late to jump in. But if you're a younger version of me, if you're a 30-something kind of thinking about the future, listen up. You've got an incredible opportunity here. You've got the opportunity. Again, let's go back just real quick. One customer a day. You grow your customer, or you grow your business to one customer a day. You learn how to effectively create content for TikTok. And it doesn't have to be TikTok. I just choose TikTok because the algorithm is so phenomenal. But YouTube works, Facebook can work, Instagram. There's other social media platforms. I just prefer TikTok. But you grow your business to where you're connecting with one customer a day. I already said this before. That's over 300 grand in annual income. Okay, well, as a 50-something, let's just, mid-50s, let's say I've got 5 years before I retire and I want to shut things down. Well, if I could earn 300 grand a year for 5 years, that's 1.5 million. I was never coming close to 1.5 million in the corporate world in 5 years. If you're a 30-something and you get good at this and you're getting one customer a day, you could be getting one customer a day for years. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You could do this for 5 years and retire before you're 40. Or if you're a 40-something, you could be looking, hey, I just want to retire by the time I'm 50. Here's your option. This is it. You're looking for a sign. Here's your sign right here. makingyourpath.com. There's your sign right there. Go to makingyourpath.com, put your email address in, learn more. That's all I'm saying. You're not, there's no reason not to put your email in. You're not going to be asked for any kind of commitment. I'm not going to ask for a credit card. There's none of that. I just want to share the information with you because I want to give you the same hope that I found. And that's what this boils down to. Again, for me, yes, it's about an income, and I want to grow that income. I have to have the income because I've got, as I've said before, too large of a pile of debt and too small of a pile of retirement savings. So I need to do this from an income perspective, but the reality is the life-changing factor here for me is taking control of my clock. Being able to date my wife again every Friday morning, I can't put a monetary value on that. Being able to spend time with her, do the things we want to do. Next week, we're going to go visit one of our kids. I'm just going to take the business with me. I'll go live when we're visiting them. My timing might be different, but hopefully not, but it might be. But I'll create my content while we're visiting them. It doesn't have to stop. I literally just need to take this cell phone right here with me. That's my work tool. I just need to be able to continue creating content, responding to you guys if you have questions, responding to comments on videos if you've got questions. My work doesn't stop. TikTok won't stop putting me out on your For You page just because I'm traveling to see one of my kids. It's totally different than my corporate world or my Amazon selling world. Completely different. Life-changing in such a good way. So I just want to encourage you to kick the tires. Go to makingyourpath.com. You can either punch it in directly or there's a link up here in my profile. Go there, look around, put your email address in, and let me send you the information. Ultimately, like I said, you're not going to be asked for anything. I'm not going to ask you to make any payments or any kind of commitment. And if you start looking at information, you realize, this isn't really what I'm looking for, just unsubscribe. It's that simple. It literally is that simple. Go to the email, click the unsubscribe button, I won't send you anything else. It literally is that simple. Go to the email, click the unsubscribe button, I won't send you anything else. It literally is that simple. Go to the email, click the unsubscribe button, I won't send you anything else. But I want you to have the information. I want you to have the opportunity that I got. Again, mine was very random. Remember, if you weren't on earlier, I ran into this Legacy Builder program completely by accident. And it has literally changed my life. I want you to have the chance to change your life the way I changed mine. That's the bottom line. That's all I want. So, go to makingyourpath.com, take a look. Let me send you the email. Ask me whatever questions you have. I'm gonna jump off now, but I'll be back tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. I go live Monday through Thursdays because I wanna connect with people. So tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., we're gonna talk, tomorrow's topic, no tech needed,